Hello, all. Sique here, and welcome back to the path to Unpunishable, where we walk the path that helps us fight against punishment culture. And today I'm recording the last of the four slime cards. And with Teeth and Willa, we are heading into the new ecology that we're setting up with the reboot. And we will go back and revisit Bowboy and the Cup Sprites later on. But for now, we're going to talk about Willa, the shaman of Slime's inspectors, who stands kind of in the center of invention when it comes to shaman states of America, where reality is understood by the four realms: faith, spirit, myth, and science. Teeth was spirit, um, and right now we're going to do science, which is Willa. Now, if Bowboy is the one who gathers community and is the glue that holds together, and if Teef listens to the land and leans on his strength and gentleness to survive and thrive, and the Cup Sprites dance with legend and create a few of their own, then Willa builds the bridge that allows all of it to function. She is science, to be sure, but not as co-detachment, but as care made practical. Tools formed, tools formed and forged from pain, and systems shaped by survival. Um, Even her origin is not written in prophecy, but in endurance. And the way she came about is, um, one Mother's Day, my daughter created an art book for me. And it's an absolute best. And one of the lines in it I will always remember. She wears her scars like diamonds. And as soon as I read that, I knew I had the starting point for one of my favorite monsters in creation. Every video game, I love them. Slimes, right? And this line she gifted me with, she wears her scars like diamonds, it's not just a description, it feels like doctrine. So I turned it into doctrine. In Willa's hands, or in her slime, damage is not hidden, it is refined. Each scar becomes data. Each failure becomes a blueprint. Where others sees trauma, she sees material. And that is the foundation of her work with the slimes. It's to understand that what appears unstable, soft, or even grotesque can be transformed into something sustaining, useful, and even beautiful. As the shaman of slime's inspectors, Willa did not merely study these entities, she reframed them in service to the hunt. Before her, specters were unpredictable, often hostile forces, and slimes were curiosities at best, hazards at worst. Willa, having worked with Amarell since the 1950s, asked a different question. What if we were not enemies but partners? And through careful experimentation and deep collaboration with Dr. Manny Fallow from Kingsland, she pioneered a system that enabled specters to assist hunters and slimes and also allowed them to be safely integrated into the human body. Um, this work culminated in one of the most iconic practices in shaman states, the ingestion of slimes through crafted drinks at Elixir. What could have been a monstrous and could have been a problem became intimate. What could have been weaponized became sustaining. Hunters do not simply wield power, they share in it, taking in slimes for nourishment, as fuel, and as communion between human and other. When the slime has made it through the hunter system, the slime returns to itself. And this is Willa's genius. She collapsed the distance between tool and user, between power and person. A hunter doesn't have to see themselves as lacking if they have the ingenuity and the stomach. Her alignment with science and in that realm is not about control, but about understanding through creation. Science, in Willa's philosophy, is not sterile, it is iterative, it is emotional, it's lived. She builds because building is how she heals. Each invention is an answer to a wound, each system a refusal to let suffering remain meaningless. In this way, she embodies the lens just as much as any other shaman. Truth in her relentless inquiry, kindness in making power accessible, empathy in seeing potential where others see danger, joy in the act of creation itself, and anti-greed in assuring that what she builds serves more than just herself. As the Ace of Diamonds in our card book, Willow represents the spark of science, the beginning of applied knowledge. The ace is not mastery, but the initiation, the moment when the idea becomes action. She is the first sip of something new, the first successful synthesis, the first proof that the world can be reshaped without breaking it. Willa does not conquer monsters. She does something far more radical. She teaches the world how to live with them, and in doing so, how to live with self. I am really excited. This is the last proper card in the Path to Unpunishable deck. And like I said before, we're going to revisit Bowboy and the Cup Sprites later on as we explore the four realms in the Four Realms of Essentialism series, where we totally reboot shaman states. But for now, I have a bonus card that I want to share with you that I developed while I was in San Francisco this last week. And it is the card that is the natural epilogue to the Path to Unpunishable, and at the same time, the very beginning of what comes next. And I hope you join me for it. I'll talk to you soon.